10-minute daily reality check coming at you on Monday. Man, we are flying through August, heading to September. How's your intention going today? Did I not warn you back in January that this year had the intention to move like a fucking locomotive train? Did I not warn you? Did I not tell you in podcasts in May when you were planning out the woohoo-ness of summer? Woohoo! Summer! Boys' weekend, girls' weekend. How come boys' weekend is always about grilling things on the grill, sitting there in smelly clothes, nothing looks pretty on the table? Girls' weekend, when you get a picture of them, it's like, oh my God, they're all dressed to the nines. They've got these colorful drinks in front of them, massive quantities of alcohol as well, too. Mm-hmm. Desserts that would just make your stomach do flip-flops. Not just one dessert, they have samples of many desserts. We had a small pint of coconut ice cream, and that's it. We were still hungry afterwards, so what did we do? What did we do afterwards?
We grazed, we ate, we picked, we grilled up some sausages, we ate crackers, we found anything we could.
Right. We had almonds. And Brett looks at me and says, those aren't that satisfying. As we were watching Bridesmaids. You know? But it's really funny. It's so different. Women will have this extravagant meal. A meal that would make you and I probably physically ill because it's so rich. You know, duck pate with a little bit of this and the food combinations. And so funny, men understand food combos well. Women will have like this and that and this and that and like a food combo that they wonder the next day why they're a little sluggish. Well, because you had duck with fish, then you had this chocolate with this pastry, then you had some yellow drink and a red drink and a blue drink, right? Sure. Women are very colorful when they eat.
I think that for women, that food is often seen as the forbidden fruit, as what they really want but they can't have. And when they go out with their friends, or when they go out for, they have a girls' weekend in the summertime at the beach, that's what they do. They really relish and enjoy the stuff that they probably shouldn't have or been thinking that they shouldn't have, and then they really enjoy it. For us, for guys, we want to be full. We just want to be full.
You know, it's funny because we saw that yesterday, and that's what made me think about it. It made me think about all the colors that those girls were eating at lunch, right? So we were having salad at Joni's, which is a great place in Montauk, and the girls were there, and they had, how much bread did they offer us? Do you guys want pumpkin? Do you guys want banana bread? How about a brownie, right?
Oh my God, it was everything that they probably, think, I shouldn't eat this brownie. I shouldn't eat this, pumpkin bread or zucchini bread or whatever it was. It was like, and she rolled it out, like this woman rolled it out of her purse like it was like, drugs. Drugs, right, exactly. It was like contraband.
It wasn't. She was very upset that we did not want the brownie. Yeah. She goes, are you sure? Yeah, positive, right? And then the funny thing is I asked the ingredients of the bread, right? Because it had really weird stuff in there. I saw chunks that kind of looked like a fruitcake. And plus the fact is I really don't want to go on a sugar rush in the middle of the day on the beach, And they were pounding it and just enjoying it. So it's so different. Men and women are so different when they get together. Men, the forbidden fruit is the woman, right? So did you see those guys yesterday on the beach? They were hanging out on the beach, and there was like 9 of them and 2 women right in front of us. Mm-hmm. They were all competing for the 2 forbidden fruits, right? Women, they go away on the girls' weekend to Montauk, right? It's the forbidden foods. Right. So we both want to eat something that we normally don't have. And that's a good segue to our intent, right? Yeah. So you were saying this morning, I'm reading this book called Communicating by some Asian guy. I can't pronounce his name. It's Ting Tat Tung. I can't pronounce it at all. Probably some short little Buddhist wise guy that would probably look at me and tell me that I was way too uptight as a Western person, right? And I'll probably agree with him, and then he'll sit me in a corner. We were talking about intent. Okay, so we're making fun of the intent. Guys' weekend is filling up. Girls' weekend is indulging in banana breads and brownies in the middle of the day, right? What about life intent? You said something that was really interesting.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're reading that book. I'm reading The Seven Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra, and he talks about intention and attention. And your intention is kind of like a goal or a vision you have for yourself for the future. That's your intention, right? But he also says there's nothing you can do about the present except other than accept it, right? So your attention is what you give your attention to in the moment. And it sounds super simple, right? But what you give your attention to in each moment grows. And what you take your attention away from withers and dies, right? If you don't think about something, it's not going to happen. It's not going to have an effect on you. It's not going to influence your life. So for me, that was kind of like an aha moment. Like, yes, accept each moment as it is because there's nothing you can do about it, right? Regret and all that crap is useless. And it's just clouding your attention to stuff that you shouldn't be thinking about. You have to accept it. Now, yes, it does sound easier than it is, and it's not simple. But intention, most people I find are lacking in a real intention for the future. Oh, I want to be rich, I want to be happy. Okay, that's
I want to be
great.
fit, I want to be healthy.
Right, right.
I want to be this.
What does it really look like, though? The more specific you can get, the more specific you are about your intention, it gives you somewhere to go. That's where you're going to. That's where your life is leading you. So intention is really, really important. It's like having a goal, but a very specific goal that you're working towards every day.
Okay, so you know it's interesting, and this is two perfect analogies, okay? And a lot of people complain about it. They don't understand, oh my God, this person was so great in the beginning. You know, they were unreal. What happened? Well, you saw the intention representative. Their intention in the beginning was to have a great relationship with you. They gave you attention that you've never had. They made you feel ways that you never felt before. They were 100% really focused in on that. And then all of a sudden, okay, they got you. And just like human nature, once you get something, instead of continually working and building it and keeping the intention out there, they got comfortable and sat on the couch, and then you wonder where'd that good man go, where'd that good woman go. Right? I remember I was dating somebody, and I said, you know, you just don't ever really light candles or do any of this stuff anymore. And then she looked at me, she goes, well, we're living together now, so we get to have breakfast together. Okay, that's laziness, right? That's where you don't keep it going. And you think about the same way when someone starts working out. We could take the two really simple things, love and fitness, right? Somebody goes and they go, you know, my intention is to look great in a bathing suit. So they kick ass the month of May, right? And all of a sudden things start to work and they feel good, right? But they don't realize that the intention needs to go and go and go and go and go. It's a lifelong commitment to really being healthy, right? So they get to their first barbecue, and then woman yesterday brings the brownies and the banana bread, and they go, well, I'll just have one, right? And then all of a sudden, it just starts hitting them again. Then they go out, they have a cup of coffee back in the city. We'll use Montauk, and that banana bread looks good, and it triggers a response in their brain, and they go, oh, yeah, I'll just have more of that. The whole intention was they looked good, they got to a certain place, and then they got lazy. And I think that's what a lot of people do. And just taking fitness and love to very things that we all intend to do. We all want to be healthy, or we all want to look better, and we all want to love somebody. I think people don't take it for the long range. There's no future goal. It's more like, well, if I look good in a bikini this summer, it should be like, if I look at a bikini this summer, I'm going to look even better in one in October, and really even better in one in January. You have to keep the intention going. If I met this beautiful woman now, I want to keep loving her in August, and I want to love her in September, and I want to love her in November, and I want to love her. It's set. I think people don't go, as you say, there's no long range. It's just, they have this idea, and it's a fucking whim. And, oh, a relationship. Yay, cool.
Right. I think that a lot of that, what you're talking about, is mindset, another one of my favorite subjects, which is your mindset has to be growth. Your mindset can't be the goal, because that's a limited mindset. There's a great book by a woman named Carol Dweck where she talks about, she's a professor at Berkeley. She talks about mindset. And you either have a limited mindset, which is just getting to the specific goal, right, or a growth mindset, which is kind of like getting better every day, right? And that really kind of lets you know where you're going to get to. Because if you have a ceiling on your effort, if you have a ceiling on your goals, if you have a ceiling on, where you want to get to, then you're going to aspire there, and that's where you're going to be, or just below, right? And if you have a growth mindset, you every day will get better and better, and you will get better and better every day.
It's amazing how many people don't have that growth mindset, and they don't realize this is all long term. This is not just temporary. I'm sorry, but it's like the woman, right? Who, we hear this story over and over again. I'm getting married. I've got to fit in my dress, right? So the woman goes and she fits in her dress and she looks fucking great. The man goes, oh my God, you look great, right? But then all of a sudden the wedding's over. The one day, the one event is over. And then she goes back to being the same person, even though she liked the person that she actually was when she fit into that dress. It's the continuation of what goals and mindset and life is all about. It's like the only way you can become fucking fantastic is to do the fantastic every single day. The only way you can love somebody is to look back, and I've said this many times in relationships, it's like whatever you did the first 30 to 60 days, you did a great job. Keep doing it.
Right.
Just keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep sending the morning text. Keep, sending the little videos. Keep saying you're thinking about that person. Keep cuddling that person. Keep having sex the same way. And it never stops. And it's the same way using the physical side once again. Those first 30 to 60 days when you overcome the hump and you start feeling good working out, well, just do that for the rest of your life.
Sure.
Diet too. It's like it's all the same thing. I mean, we could list things, work habits, when you were kicking ass in your business for the first 30 to 60 days, and you felt really good and you saw the first, keep going. It's like, what is it with people not long term? What is it? What's lacking in people? Why can't they fucking do it long term? What is it? Why do they get to a certain point? They get that first, they get that rush, that dopamine rush that they did something. And then they just go back to being, and I hate to say this, and it's not degrading, but the fucking lazy fat slob on the couch.
Yeah, I think it all is mindset. It's like they did an experiment with kids, and a lot of it has to do with our triggers as far as what we've been told and what we tell ourselves what we're doing, right? So they did an experiment with kids, and they gave two groups of 8-year-olds a puzzle, a very easy puzzle, and they did it very quickly. In one group, they said, you're really smart. Really smart. Now, smart is a limited mindset. And then the other group, they said, you worked really hard. Great job. Right? And then they gave them a much harder puzzle, a puzzle that was way beyond their capacity. And the group that was told that they were smart, guess what they did? They said, we don't want to try this puzzle. They were afraid. But the group that told that they had worked really hard actually worked really hard and almost got it done. So it really has to do with, the messages, the reward system, all the triggers that you have, like, I want to be thin. Well, okay. Great. You want to be thin. So what happens when you get thin? Well, you probably go back to the same habits that made you fat or overweight or whatever you want to say, right? I want a great guy. Well, great. What happens when you get a great guy? I want a beautiful girlfriend. Great. What happens when you get a beautiful girlfriend, right? Are you going to be a schmuck after that, right? Are you going to be a bad boyfriend? Are you going to stop loving her? You know what I mean? Is exactly what you were saying.
What's amazing is that if you have somebody who's trying to achieve a goal, encourage them every single day. Look at them every single day and go, you look fucking great. Oh my God, I can't believe what you did at work today. That is amazing. What a win. And I think a lot of people need to do that on themselves too. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest one of them all? Instead of just looking at yourself, look at your body. Look, and the fact is that you notice that there's an 1/8 of an inch indentation better than there was yesterday. Well, great, keep going. Because there is no perfect body, there is no perfect you, there is no perfect job, there is no perfect everything. But if you get to a point where you're the most happy and you can get better, keep getting better, because that's what life is all about. It's about getting better every day, a little bit every single day. A little bit every single day, because you don't have to go. It's like I was talking to somebody that was in their 40s, maybe early 50s. And she looked at me and she says, because I'm at that stage in my life where I just don't think I can just look good anymore. And I looked and I said, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go look at Susan Sarandon. I want you to go look at Goldie Hawn. Okay, maybe her face is all fucked up from plastic surgery, right? Yeah. I want you to look at Michelle Pfeiffer. I want you to look at Diane Keaton. I want you to look at all these people. Do they look good and healthy? And I was on the phone with her coaching her, right? And she goes, oh my God, Susan Sarandon's hot. Yeah, exactly. And she's so thin. Yeah, exactly. I said, do you think that she did things to keep herself looking that way? She goes, oh, she's got money. I said, so do you. I said, do you really think she's doing anything spectacular? She must have a private cook. She must have. No. If people go to the excuses first instead of looking at it, you have a chance in life to be fucking fantastic mentally, emotionally, physically till the day you die. It's the choices we take not to do that. It's the caving into the, oh, I'm just going to have the banana bread every single day at the beach, right? I'm just gonna stop. I'm gonna stop working like this, and I'm just gonna go back to being myself. I loved you a lot the first 60 days, but now that I have you, I'm just gonna be lazy. It's like the fucking laziness of people, I think, is what really gets to both you and I.
Yeah, here's actually a great kind of quote unquote lazy way to think about it. Think about what you want, right? Think about what you want every day. Don't think about how you're gonna get it. If you think about how you're gonna get it, you'll never get off the couch. Just think about what you want. Focus on it. That's what your life will have. That's what's going to happen for you. A man, a body, a job, a career, whatever. Think about what you want.
Relationship with your kids. I mean, we could just go on and on. We use body, career, and relationship as just an example. I mean, shit, we can go down to the car you want to drive. We can head down the path to the friends you want to have. We can head back to the house you want. I mean, this is everything in life. Limiting fucking beliefs will limit you. We'll see you tomorrow because we need to go to the beach and we need to wake up the Walking Dead downstairs eventually because somebody thought about what they wanted. They wanted to go out last night and go have drinks and go see the scene in Montauk. So he is still sleeping like a bear down in the basement. 10-minute daily reality check. Think about what you want. Spread this all over the place and let's get everybody to have a stream of consciousness, social consciousness that helps build up your life.